What's up, guys? It's Loagonn here, and today I wanted to share some of my ideas that I have for Minecraft. I know that Mojang will probably never see this, and even if they do, they probably won't put these ideas in the game. But, I also kind of wanted to see what you guys thought of these ideas, and so I thought I'd just put them out there. I also wanted to put out a video for you guys because it's taken me a while to edit episode 3 of the Minecraft Pocket Edition Mob Crush series, the old episodes. It's probably going to be split up into parts and everything, so I just wanted to put out a video because I'm not able to upload that yet. But anyway, let's get into the ideas here. So I've realized that a lot of people on YouTube have made videos about this specific topic, but at least 1.10 to 1.12 updates. The mobs that were added in those updates weren't very useful. They didn't really do anything. They don't really drop anything significant. They're just kind of useless. It's kind of just filler. And I was just thinking to myself about, some things that these mobs could actually do and, would make them unique and get people to try and look for these mobs and, try and see if they could find them and use them. Specifically parrots. And then once I started thinking about parrots, I realized how many different things that cats and dogs could do as well. And while cats and dogs aren't as useless as parrots are, in my opinion, cats, they repel creepers, and dogs can hunt stuff. That's about it. That's all dogs can do. So both of them have one usage. Parrots, I guess, they alert you, but it's just kind of annoying the way they do it. I'm not exactly sure how they could change that. But, I was just thinking, how could these ideas that I have about all these mobs, or more specifically pets, how could they be implemented into the game? Because a lot of them that I was thinking about were a bit too overpowered for you to just find a dog and then they can do all these things. I'm about to tell you about what these are. So I thought of how enchanting, when you make a diamond sword, you don't get the enchantments right away. You have to work for it, and, you don't always get the enchantment you want. But enchantments were so game-changing. They made it so that, having normal diamond armor and normal diamond tools weren't good enough anymore. And that may sound bad, but it actually gave you a lot more opportunities. You could set mobs on fire in order to get instantly cooked food. You could get blocks that you didn't have before. You could have a lot more defense on your armor, protection 4. So it did add a lot of opportunities to the game, and you had to work for them. And it definitely changed the game. So what if you could do something similar to that, but with your pets? And I was thinking, obviously, they wouldn't be enchanted pets. They wouldn't have purple glares running all over them like, your enchanted tools do. But I think they should be called skills. And skills would be taught to your pets with a new villager. The new villager would, I guess, be called a trainer, and the villager would be able to train your pets to learn these skills. So there would be a new house in the village, a new villager. He would have his own texture or whatever, obviously, and you could go to his house and pay him emeralds, and he would have a certain skill or a couple of certain skills, and there would be tiers like enchantments. So, there would be for example, I thought one cool skill that the dogs could learn is watchdog, so they could protect a certain block. So there would be watchdog 1, watchdog 2, watchdog 3. So yeah, there would be tiers. And just like how librarians have only certain enchantments, they wouldn't have just all the skills there and all the tiers. You'd have to get lucky with which ones you would find. So the one that you choose would obviously have a different amount of emeralds you have to pay, and it would take a certain amount of Minecraft days for the trainer to teach your pet, whether it's a cat, a dog, or a parrot. So you would have to wait those amount of days, you would have to pay the emeralds, and when you come back, it would have the skill. I'm not exactly sure how you would know for sure that the skill is on it. This is just kind of a basic idea here, but I think that it's a pretty good one. So once you pick it up, you can use these skills, obviously. And a couple of the ones I was thinking for the dog was watchdog, like I said earlier. You would, I guess, show the dog a certain block that it's trying to guard. Once again, I don't know exactly how this would work, but let's say you place the block that you want your dog to guard in the middle of your house. So whenever a player walks near your house, the dog will start to attack. Now, I'm thinking, for example, with the tiers on this one, Watchdog 1 would have a very small range, so the dog would only be able to protect a very small range. Watchdog 2, the range would get larger, and once again, Watchdog 3, it would get larger. But how it would work is the dog would sit in a certain spot, and as a player starts walking closer to the block, I guess, inside of your house, the dog will stand up. And as it gets closer, the dog will start walking towards the player, and it'll stop basically like right in front of it and start growling. If the player keeps walking, the dog will start attacking. And with Watchdog, the skill, the higher the skill, or the tier, I guess, the more damage the dog will deal, and the more hits the dog can take. Also, I don't know if you've heard of this person. His name is Simply Sark. He has some pretty cool ideas too. In his How to Improve Beacons video, he actually mentions having like an army, whether it's like dogs, villagers, or snow golems. And how it would work is if a player walks up to these, like any of these mobs, and they're guarding your base, if they get like quote unquote killed, they won't be killed, they'll get knocked out. And I thought this was a really cool idea. If your dog has Watchdog on it, it would only get knocked out, it wouldn't die. So you wouldn't have to go out and get another dog if it gets killed. So it would just kind of be on the floor, it wouldn't do anything, but it wouldn't die. You would, I guess, feed it to make it wake up. And I thought that was a really cool idea. I guess I'll put his video in the description. So I think that's how it would work. But that's just one of the many ideas. There's a couple more I thought of, like it could be a shepherd's dog where it could like herd sheep or any other animal, I guess. That would be really awesome. Or you could have your dog sniff a certain item dropped by a mob, and it could find the nearest one. And I don't know, that's just a basic idea. I'd probably do videos on some of these. There's going to be more parts to this. But there's just so much that these mobs can do. As for cats, I have some ideas for cats as well. I think it would be really cool because cats, they tend to wander away, especially if they're outdoor cats, if you've ever owned one. They'll wander away for a while, and then they'll just come back. Cats always seem to find their way back to the home. Also, I wanted to add this in. It's a couple hours later, and I've been editing the video. And I randomly just came up with this idea when I was talking about how cats can always find their way home. So I know a lot of people have been asking for a compass that doesn't bring you back to the normal spawn, but it can bring you back to your bed. And I thought of, well, obviously, how I mentioned the pet bed, or it could be a cat bed. You could have it so that the cat would have a skill called, I guess, navigation maybe, and it could take you all the way home. So if you're on an adventure and you bring your cat with you, it could take you all the way back to its cat bed, which would obviously be at your house, and you would be able to go home. It's like basically a compass, but back to your house. Anyway, I just thought that was a really cool idea, and I just wanted to add it into the video. Yeah. So what if your cat could wander away for a couple days, come back with a ton of food? It could come back with fish, raw chicken, and raw rabbit. It could come back and just give you a ton of food. It would walk up to you and drop it. And obviously, these are still skills that you would have to teach the cat or dog or whatever. Then there could be like, you could put your cat next to a river and it could learn the skill of catching a fish. So it would actually have the physical fish mob that they just added in 1.13, and it would swat at and it would kill it, and it would basically hold the fish. I don't know if it would walk up to you and give it to you and then go back. I don't know. But I also had another idea where there could be like a pet bed, and this pet bed would basically be like, for example, the Watchdog. The place that the Watchdog would sit down and go back to after it kills whatever it's trying to get rid of would be the pet bed. So basically, the pet bed allows the mob to walk around, but it'll always come back there. It's kind of confusing, but no matter where the dog goes, like it'll just wander around and kill things, I guess. Or if the cat is trying to go away, like I said, for a couple days, it'll always come back to the cat bed. So it's basically their home, I guess. They're like actual home, so they won't just wander off. And as for parrots, one of the ideas I had is, first of all, make it so that they don't fly off your shoulder, from falling down one block. It would have to be at least 20, 30 blocks until they start flying off. But I think you should be able to teach them a skill where if you do fall at least 30 or 20 blocks, I don't know which one, somewhere around there, the parrot will be able to grab onto you and fly you back up. It wouldn't be able to move around, it would just fly you straight up. But the thing is, because it would have to dig its claws into your shoulders, it would periodically hurt you. So you can't just fly up as long as you want. It would have to be, it can't be too long. So it would kind of slowly take half a heart away over time, kind of like as if you were drowning or something, how it slowly takes away your health. And it'll bring you back to the last block you were standing on before you fell. So I think that would be a really awesome idea. and there would be tiers, it would depend on how far it could fly up, and I don't know, I just thought these were some really cool ideas. So obviously I have much more. I'm probably going to make some more videos on this, but it's getting pretty long now. So tell me what you think in the comments about this. I thought that this was really awesome because it would give the parrots an actual use, and it would give the dog and the cat a lot more uses as well. And trust me, I have so much more. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like the video if you enjoyed or if you agree with me on this. Share the video if you think more people should hear about this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.